She had never heard her father say, "I love you." Not because he didn't say it. He said it every night. He whispered it beside her bed, at birthday parties, in crowded rooms, and even when she fell asleep in his arms. But 10-year-old Lily was deaf, and for most of her life, the world around her had been completely silent. Then one ordinary night, a single dad janitor did something nobody else had thought to do. And what happened next changed Lily's life, and her billionaire father's heart, forever. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to Kindness Story, like this video, and leave a comment telling us where you're watching from. Your support helps us share more stories about kindness, hope, and second chances. Lily Carter was the only daughter of Daniel Carter, one of the richest businessmen in America. His company owned luxury hotels, office buildings, and restaurants across the country. To the world, Daniel was powerful, confident, and successful. But at home, he was simply a father who wanted his little girl to be happy. Lily had been born deaf. Doctors had explained that she might never experience sound the way other people did. Daniel spent millions trying to find the best doctors, specialists, schools, and technology for her. He bought her the finest hearing devices available. But money couldn't buy everything. Lily could feel vibrations. She could read lips. She knew American Sign Language. She could communicate beautifully with people who understood her. Still, sometimes she looked around a crowded room and felt completely alone. Daniel tried his best, but he was always working. His business demanded meetings, travel, and long hours. He hired tutors, therapists, and caregivers, hoping they could give Lily the attention he couldn't always provide. One rainy Monday evening, Lily was sitting in the lobby of one of her father's hotels. She had been waiting for Daniel for almost an hour. The hotel was beautiful. Marble floors reflected the golden lights. Guests walked through the lobby wearing expensive coats and carrying designer luggage. But Lily wasn't looking at any of them. She was staring at a little paper cup of hot chocolate sitting untouched beside her. Then she noticed a man pushing a cleaning cart. His name was Marcus. Marcus was 42 years old, a single father, and one of the hotel's janitors. He worked long hours because he was raising his 8-year-old son, Noah, by himself. Marcus noticed Lily sitting alone. Most employees knew who she was. She was the billionaire's daughter. Some were nervous around her. Others treated her like she was fragile. Marcus didn't. He simply walked over, smiled, and pointed toward the empty chair beside her. Lily looked at him and nodded. Marcus sat down. He tried speaking. Lily smiled politely and shook her head. Marcus immediately understood. He pulled out his phone and typed, "Are you okay?" Lily read the message. She typed back, "I'm waiting for my dad." Marcus smiled. Then he typed, "Waiting is hard." Lily looked at him for a moment. Then she laughed. Marcus didn't hear the laugh, but he saw it in her face. That small moment mattered. The next evening, Marcus saw Lily again. This time, she was sitting near the hotel's grand piano. A musician was playing, but Lily couldn't hear a single note. She watched people enjoying the music. For a moment, her smile disappeared. Marcus noticed. He walked over and sat beside her. He didn't try to explain music. Instead, he placed his hand gently against the wooden side of the piano. The vibrations moved through the instrument. Lily's eyes widened. Marcus motioned for her to place her hand there too. She did. Her expression changed. For the first time, Lily could feel something close to music. Marcus smiled and began tapping his fingers softly against the piano in a simple rhythm. Lily watched. Then she copied him. Tap. Tap. Pause. Tap. Soon, they were creating their own little rhythm. Lily started laughing again. Marcus pulled out his phone and typed, you don't have to hear music to feel it. Lily stared at those words. Then she typed, nobody ever showed me that before. Marcus replied, sometimes people spend too much time trying to fix what they think is broken. They forget to notice what is already beautiful. Lily read the message twice. Then she hugged him. Marcus froze for a second before gently hugging her back. Unfortunately, Daniel walked into the lobby at that exact moment. He saw his daughter hugging a janitor. His face became serious. Lily, he said. She turned. Daniel immediately noticed her smile. But instead of asking why she was hugging Marcus, he looked at the janitor suspiciously. Marcus stood up. Sir, I was just. Daniel raised his hand. I understand. But he didn't. He took Lily upstairs and asked her what had happened. Lily signed quickly. Daniel understood enough to realize that Marcus had shown her something nobody else had. Daniel's anger slowly disappeared. Later that night, Lily showed her father the piano. She placed Daniel's hand against it. Then she tapped the keys. Daniel felt the vibrations. Lily smiled and signed, this is what music feels like. Daniel looked at his daughter. His eyes filled with tears. For years, he had spent millions trying to give Lily something he thought she was missing. But Marcus had given her something completely different. He had shown her that she wasn't missing anything. The next morning, Daniel found Marcus cleaning the hotel hallway. Marcus, he said. Marcus turned. Daniel walked toward him. I owe you an apology. Marcus looked surprised. Daniel continued, I've spent Lily's whole life trying to make the world easier for her. Doctors, technology, special schools. I thought if I could give her enough, she would never feel different. Marcus quietly listened. Daniel looked down. But yesterday, you made her smile in a way I haven't seen in months. Marcus smiled. She doesn't need the world to be quiet, Mr. Carter. She just needs people willing to meet her where she is. Those words stayed with Daniel. From that day forward, things began to change. Daniel started learning more sign language. He stopped canceling family time because of business meetings. He sat with Lily during breakfast. He listened, not with his ears, but with his eyes and his heart. And Marcus continued working at the hotel. Daniel eventually offered to pay for Marcus to attend a better training program, but Marcus refused to accept money simply for being kind. Instead, Daniel helped Marcus get a promotion with better hours, allowing him to spend more time with his son. Months later, the hotel hosted a special charity event. Lily walked onto the stage. Hundreds of people watched. Daniel stood in the front row. Marcus stood in the back with Noah. Lily raised her hands and began signing. A translator spoke her words aloud. I used to think silence meant I was alone, she said. But I learned something important. She looked toward Marcus. Kindness doesn't need a voice. The room became completely silent. Lily continued. Sometimes the kindest person is not the person who gives you something expensive. Sometimes it's the person who sits beside you and tries to understand your world. Daniel wiped away a tear. Marcus smiled. And Lily smiled back. That night, Daniel realized something no amount of money had ever taught him. You don't need to be a billionaire to change someone's life. You don't need special skills. You don't need perfect words. Sometimes all it takes is sitting beside someone who feels alone. A little patience. A little understanding. And a heart willing to say, I see you. Because kindness can reach places money never can. And sometimes, the smallest act of kindness becomes the loudest message someone has ever received. So if you see someone struggling, don't walk past them. If someone feels left out, invite them in. If someone communicates differently, take the time to understand. You never know what someone is carrying behind their smile. And you never know how much your kindness might mean. Because kindness doesn't need a voice. It only needs a heart willing to listen.